Hello, everybody. I'm Jim Powers. Thanks so much for coming back to MaryvilleSaints.com and Saints Vision and our weekly coaches show. And joining us is our volleyball coach, Chris Phillips. And, Coach, this week, a great tournament, great round robin over the weekend. A lot of positives, a lot of negatives. But I think, when you look at the teams that were here this weekend, probably four of some, most talented teams that we're going to see on the schedule this year.
Yeah, pretty talented. A little more talented than I think we gave them credit for early, but very well balanced. Really nice hitters, strong, good blocking across the board. So yeah, it was a good weekend.
1-3 on the weekend, but you guys didn't. It wasn't a weekend where you just got your doors blown off. That it was a very competitive weekend, and I mentioned this before we get into more. The first set against Henderson in a match that you guys swept 3-0, that first set on Friday night against Henderson was probably the best set of volleyball I've seen in a couple years from the Saints.
Yeah, we definitely put it together in that match. And Henderson's a good team. They've got some, I realize they're young and they've got some growing pains happening, but really solid, did some good things. But our end, yeah, we clicked. We did some, everything we touched was good.
What was one thing that you're going to take out of this weekend to get ready for the Lewis tournament coming up this next weekend?
One of the things that we talked about as a team was we played well at times and then we didn't play well at times. So we tried to figure out what happened when we didn't play well at times. And it was just really little things that we just didn't finish or didn't do or didn't close a block here or didn't take an extra step here or was in the wrong spot one step. So those are just little adjustments. And I think as we make those adjustments, it'll come back together again.
Taryn Tuberich makes the all-tournament team, and she just had a phenomenal 4 games, didn't she?
She did. She's fun to watch sometimes. She's really ornery, though, isn't she, as a setter? So, to have a setter who can see the court that well and be able to drop in, from a setter's point of view, be able to drop in some kills for you and save your hitters some swings. That's nice to have, very much so. And
a good weekend, too, from the hitters on the outside. Once again, there are a lot of positives to take away from this weekend.
There is. There were some big blockers this weekend, and so the girls did a good job of going high hands, and, seniors did a great job. They stepped in and did some nice stuff. Defense did some great things, and so, it was a pretty good weekend.
Got a little bit of good play out of your freshmen, too, for acclimating them into, 4 games in 2 days to get them ready to go for this.
Yeah, ready or not, here we go. Both freshmen did great. Zoe did a really nice job on the outside for us. We put her out there this weekend, and she played a little bit of right, a little bit of left. Did well on both sides, so we're excited about that. And then Taylor did a great job defensively as she was coming, and just really good stuff.
Talk a little bit about this coming weekend. Obviously, Lewis in our conference, but it's almost like playing a crossover, so to say, because you're going to get a lot of the schools from the GLIAC. You're going to play the Malones of the world. This will be another good test for the Saints this weekend.
It will be. It's a good weekend to go up there, and it will be nice to be able to play some of those teams. And yeah, you're right. It is a mini crossover for us, so that's great.
And these early season tournaments, obviously, are kind of primed to help you guys get ready for the conference. And we've talked a lot about the GLVC conference-wise. There's so many great volleyball teams in conference this year again.
Again, right. It's a strong conference. It's great, though. Every time you show up, it's going to be a battle. Doesn't matter who you're playing with the GLVC. So yeah, you just kind of come in with your hard hat on and go to work.
Absolutely, Chris. Thanks so much, and we'll talk to you next week.
Great. Thanks, Jim.
Coach Phillips joins us, and once again, if you want to follow all the action from Lewis, you'll be able to follow it online on their website. If you go to lewis.edu, they'll have live stream of the volleyball tournament this weekend, or you can follow us on our Twitter feed at Maryville Saints. For Coach, I'm Jim Powers. Thanks so much for joining us on MaryvilleSaints.com and Saints Vision. Have a great week, and as always, go Saints.